Hey everyone, and welcome back to English Flow Podcast. In today's episode, we're gonna explore a topic that many people get excited about every week, weekend plans. For many of us, the weekend feels different from the rest of the week. It's a time to relax, spend time with people we care about, enjoy hobbies, or simply take a break from work or school. Some weekends are busy and full of activities, while others are quiet and slow. So in this episode, we're going to talk about weekends in a natural and simple way. You'll learn common English words and phrases that people use when talking about plans, free time, hobbies, trips, and relaxing at home. Nothing too difficult, just real, everyday English. All right, let's begin. As the week goes on, many people start thinking about the weekend. It might happen on Wednesday afternoon, or maybe on Thursday morning. Someone at work suddenly asks, "So, do you have any plans for the weekend?" It's a very common question. And depending on the person, the answer can be very different. Some people already have everything planned. Others have no idea what they're gonna do. And some people are perfectly happy with that. By Friday, the feeling becomes even stronger. People start counting the hours. The weekend is getting closer. You finish your work, complete your last tasks, and look at the clock more often than usual. Then finally, the day ends. You close your laptop, put away your books, or finish your shift. And there is often a small feeling of relief. The week is over. Now the weekend can begin. On Friday evening, people often have different kinds of energy. Some feel excited and want to go out immediately. After spending the whole week working or studying, they want to see friends, eat at a restaurant, watch a movie, or do something fun. You might hear someone say, "Let's go out tonight." Or, "We should do something this weekend." Others feel completely different. After a busy week, they just want to go home, change into comfortable clothes, and relax. And honestly, both choices make sense. Sometimes the best weekend plan is having no plan at all. Imagine arriving home on Friday evening. You put down your bag, take off your shoes, and suddenly realize something. You don't need to wake up early tomorrow. That simple thought can feel wonderful. No alarm clock. No morning rush. No schedule waiting for you. Just time. And time feels different when it belongs to you. The next morning, you wake up naturally. Maybe a little later than usual. You stretch, look out the window, and remember, it's Saturday. For many people, Saturday feels like the heart of the weekend. The whole day is still ahead. And this is where weekend plans begin to take shape. Some people love being active. They enjoy getting out of the house early and filling the day with activities. Maybe they go for a walk in the park. Maybe they ride a bicycle. Maybe they go hiking, exercise at the gym, or play sports with friends. Physical activity helps people feel energized. After spending many hours sitting during the week, moving around feels refreshing. You might hear people say, "I'm going for a walk. I'm meeting some friends. I'm heading to the gym." Simple phrases, but very common in everyday conversation. Of course, not everyone wants an active weekend. Many people enjoy slower mornings. Maybe they make coffee and sit quietly by a window. Maybe they read a book. Maybe they listen to music while the house stays calm and quiet. There's something special about not needing to hurry. During the week, people often feel like they are always moving from one task to another. But weekends create space. Space to think. Space to rest. Space to do things simply because you enjoy them. And that brings us to hobbies. Weekends are often the perfect time for hobbies. Some people enjoy painting. Others enjoy photography. Some like gardening. Others like cooking. Maybe someone spends the afternoon learning a language, playing an instrument, writing in a journal, or working on a creative project. These activities may not be part of a job or a school assignment. They are simply things people enjoy. And sometimes that makes them even more valuable. When someone asks, "What are you doing this weekend?" a very common answer is, "I'm working on my hobbies. I'm finally gonna have some time for myself." Weekend plans don't always involve staying home. Many people use weekends to spend time with family and friends. Relationships often become difficult to maintain during busy weeks. People have work, classes, responsibilities, and long to-do lists. The weekend gives them a chance to reconnect. Maybe friends meet for coffee. Maybe families have lunch together. Maybe someone visits relatives they haven't seen for a while. And often, the activity itself isn't the most important part. The important thing is spending time together. You might sit in a cafe for 2 hours and barely notice the time passing. Not because anything exciting happened, but because good conversation makes time move differently. People often say, "It was great catching up." "We had a nice time together." These are useful phrases because they appear often in real-life conversations. Of course, weekends are also popular for shopping. Not necessarily because people need something important. Sometimes they simply enjoy walking through stores, looking around, and spending time outside. Shopping centers, markets, and busy streets often become more crowded on weekends. People browse, compare products, and enjoy the atmosphere. You might hear, "I'm going shopping." "I'm just looking around." Interestingly, many people go shopping and return home with things they never planned to buy. It happens more often than they would like to admit. Another common weekend activity is watching movies or series. After a long week, sitting on the sofa with a favorite show can feel incredibly relaxing. Some people watch alone. Others invite friends over. And sometimes a simple movie night becomes the highlight of the weekend. There's no pressure, no deadlines, just entertainment and relaxation. For others, weekends are an opportunity to explore. Maybe they visit another town nearby. Maybe they take a short road trip. Maybe they spend the day at a beach, a lake, or in the countryside. Not every trip needs to be long or expensive. Sometimes a change of scenery is enough. A different street. A different cafe. A different view. Even small adventures can make a weekend memorable. You might hear someone say, "We're taking a day trip. We're getting out of the city for a while." These plans often create some of the best stories. Because whenever people leave their normal routine, unexpected things tend to happen. And those unexpected moments are usually the ones people remember later. Of course, not every weekend is exciting. And that's perfectly okay. In fact, many people spend entire weekends doing very little. They sleep a little longer, watch television, take naps, order food, relax. And honestly, after a stressful week, that can be exactly what the body needs. Modern life can be busy. People often feel pressure to be productive all the time. But rest is important too. Doing nothing is sometimes a good plan. A quiet weekend can be just as valuable as a busy one. As Saturday turns into Saturday evening, the atmosphere changes again. People go out for dinner, meet friends, attend events, or simply stay home and enjoy a peaceful evening. There is something comfortable about Saturday night. Unlike other evenings, there is usually no need to think about work the next morning. That freedom feels relaxing. Then comes Sunday. Sunday has a different feeling. It is still part of the weekend, but many people become more aware that Monday is approaching. Some continue relaxing. Others start preparing for the new week. Laundry gets done. Groceries are bought. Meals are prepared. Calendars are checked. Bags are packed. It's not the most exciting part of the weekend, but it helps make Monday easier. And there is something satisfying about being prepared. You know where everything is. You know what needs to happen. The new week feels a little less stressful. As Sunday evening arrives, many people experience a mixture of feelings. Part of them wishes the weekend could continue. Part of them feels grateful for the rest they had. And part of them is mentally preparing for the days ahead. They might think, "The weekend went by so fast." This is probably one of the most common sentences people say on Sunday evening. No matter how long the weekend feels on Friday, it somehow feels shorter by Sunday night. But perhaps that's what makes weekends special. They are limited. They don't last forever. And because of that, people try to use them in ways that matter to them. For some people, that means adventure. For others, it means family. For others, it means hobbies, rest, exercise, travel, or simply staying home. There is no perfect weekend. Different people enjoy different things. And that's completely normal. The important thing is finding activities that help you feel happy, relaxed, and refreshed. And when learning English, weekend plans are a great topic to practice everyday conversation. People talk about weekends all the time. Questions like, what are your plans for the weekend? Did you do anything fun? How was your weekend? Learning how to answer these questions naturally can help you feel more confident when speaking English. So the next time someone asks about your weekend, try answering in English. Maybe you say, I'm meeting some friends. I'm staying home and relaxing. I'm going shopping. I'm taking a short trip. Or simply, I don't have any plans yet. These are simple sentences, but they are part of everyday life. And the more you connect English to real experiences, the easier it becomes to remember and use. Thanks for listening today. Take care, enjoy your weekend whenever it comes, and I'll see you in the next episode.